It's release week for The Hunted. I just got back from a pre-release earlier today, and I managed to snag myself one box of The Hunted. So we're going to open this and talk about the set because, well, it's worth talking about. And why not do it while opening a box? If you're wondering, yeah, I don't have my face cam on, and that's because it stopped working. So you got to love that. Am I right? Technology is what it is. But let's talk about the brand new set that is coming out at the end of this week on Friday. Like I said, I went to a pre-release and I got to play today, and they had the remaining a couple of boxes of packs that were not used for prize support. They ended up doing a raffle for, and anyone that was selected in the raffle, which was me, could end up picking up the box. So I managed to snag a box, and now I'm going to bring that to you while we discuss the set. So first of all, I want to hear how you feel about this set in a comment below. Thus far, have you been to some pre-releases? As I said, I have actually done 2 pre-releases. I don't think I'm going to go to the one tomorrow, but I had an absolute blast going to the pre-release on Saturday that I went to, and the one on Sunday as well that I went to. I think this set, more so than perhaps the past 2 sets, I think is so just a triumph of trading cards. And I've said this on a couple of different times. I think this is probably the best designed set that we've had at least since Heavy Hitters, and maybe just more, maybe longer, maybe ever. I'm not sure. But I am so enamored with how this set was designed, with just the way that they did subtle little tweaks and little changes to the way that a certain effects work or cards work, or the numbers on what you would expect, like attack reactions to function. Like the defense reactions in this set all feel good. They don't feel overpowered. They don't feel underpowered. You're happy to see a card like Smokeout. Like you see this and you're like, oh, sweet, I get to play with Smokeout. And it's good into certain heroes and not as good into others. I think all 3 of the heroes feel fun in limited to play, which I'm really excited about. I played Fang pretty much throughout. I will say, this pre-release, more so because of the way that it just ended up panning out, I broke a bit of a tradition that I have been doing ever since basically Uprising. Anytime I go to a pre-release or a world premiere, I will switch decks every single round. I will switch between heroes every single round if given enough time to make the proper deck changes. And this would be the first time, Stains of the Redback. I have not pulled this card yet. This would be the first time that I did not do that this go around. I did not change in between rounds, and yet I had an absolute blast. I played Fang again today. It was so much fun on Saturday. That card is dark, Marking the Prey. Yeah, we did a little bit more than Mark on that one, but you're a little bit further down. No, we had so much fun on Saturday. This is a card I didn't get actually ever on either of my packs, in my packs of cards, so I never got to play that card. Had so much fun, I figured I'd run it back and do it all again, and it was worth it because we had a blast and did some good stuff, and did quite well for ourselves across the board. Played 3 rounds today, 4 rounds yesterday. Lost 1 game yesterday, lost 1 game today. Played a bunch of extra games after the fact too, which was great. And it's just so much fun to play Fang. It's so much fun to play Syndra as well. And I will say, the least exciting hero for me has been Arachne. Not because Arachne is worse or anything to that effect, but simply because I am... nice. First Majestic. Perforate. I got one of these today, actually, in a prize pack, which is pretty awesome. And a foil tip-off. Foiling on tip-off doesn't show up as much. Oh, hey, look, Fang. There he is. I was not as enamored or excited to play as... Let's get the light there. Shift that over. As Arachne, simply because I feel like... And this is something I'll talk about later this week. I feel like Assassin hasn't really settled into like a specific, I don't even want to say archetype, but like hook. It just sort of does a couple of different things that to me haven't been the most engaging. Whereas, I mean, I look at Warrior and I go, okay, weapons and attack reactions. That's what I'm going to do. Ah, Wrath of Retribution showing up. Hey, look, we got a Kiss of Death. This card is so cool. I love that they made extended art version of Kiss of Death in cold foil. I think that's fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. And I will say this. This is perhaps the other... Oh, hey, look, a war cry of Themis. Very cool. One of the new expansion slot cards popping up in this slot right there. I think, and this is part of the reason why I'm so enamored with this set. First of all of these attack reactions are so nice because, like, it seems very basic. It's like this is a 1-for-3 creative fealty, but it's really a 1-for-4 creative fealty and give go again. And that feels so much better. The actual feeling of playing that card and resolving that card and all of the draconic attack reactions. What a, like, just a subtle nod. 1 extra point of value and go again attached to it means that you're not married to just playing all Blade Runners in every Warrior deck ever. It's something simple, and yet it feels so good. And as a Warrior player, as Fang, you can play Blaze Headlong if you want to, and you can kind of fit it in between weapon attacks. I think that's great. I think it's so great. I should move these over here. Cut from the same cloth. Got to pick up the point foil, and in the back we got the kunai and the Arachne Orb Weaver. It's been a long time since I've done a box opening on the channel. Over the past year, I kind of settled into a rhythm where I just avoided overall box opening videos. Probably just because I figured people didn't really care to watch a box opening video. If you're someone that like watches the occasional box opening video, let me know in a comment below. But I think this set bodes itself well to it because this art in this set, specifically this set, and all the draconic borders look next to none. They look peerless. That's the way I want to say it. My brain is slowly shutting off. They look incredible. And I will say this as well when we open one. Can you just stop? Why are you the way that you are, Corner? We'll open another draconic attack reaction like this one. Okay, for some reason, in hand, these cards and the way that gray, that gunmetal gray border looks, these are the perfect cards to be cold foiled. LSS, look, these cards right here, all should be cold foil. Every card. Make every card cold foil, extended art, extended border, borderless, textured, like all of the draconic cards, specifically the draconic warrior cards, look so good in, or would look, I should say, would look so good in the cold. Hey, look at that. We continue the hits. Got a foil majestic retrace the past. This is a cool card. I love that they changed the rules for this card to be able to name, hey, there's our cracked bauble. It's the first cracked bauble I've actually opened, and it is smaller. Weird. It must be cold. Anyway, it's the that's pretty cool that they changed the rule book for specifically that card so you can actually still play the Dishonor line. Good for them. Like this should be cold foil. It looks like it's already most of the way there. Those cards would look so clean in cold foil. This whole set is really, really awesome looking, and it plays well. That was something else. I was talking to a lot of people through this whole process of playing in. There we go. Playing in. Ooh, a giant marked card. Very nice. I didn't know that was on the back of the graphene. Nice. Throughout the pre-releases, and one of the things that a couple of people said, and myself included, is this, like the past 3 sets, have just gotten better and better and better at limited. I don't know what they're doing, like internally. They're just being maybe very meticulous, very focused on the limited experience, but this has just such a good limited experience feeling. Like, it feels good to open these packs and to build decks. You feel a bit of a payoff when, ooh, that's a nice up sticks and run. Hey, that card's good, yeah? Y'all think that card's good? It feels like a nice payoff to build these heroes. Like, it feels like you can pivot between them. It doesn't feel like, even though Fang is very strong, I had a blast playing Fang in both pre-releases. Like, Syndra can take like a what looks to be like a downward spiral of a game, and then just find like 3 cards and just send like 14 damage, and you're rewarded by taking that line from knowing how she functions and the best way to just like weave daggers in, and it's just so cool. I think it's a testament to the design team and everything that they're doing to this point, that every set over the past, I don't know, 3 or 4, I will say, I'll go so far as to say, starting all the way back in 2024, Heavy Hitters, I think, turns the corner. Heavy Hitters was a triumph. I think I will say I didn't enjoy Part the Mist Veil as much as some other people did, but I thought it was good. It wasn't necessarily my favorite limited set compared to what some other people have sort of stacked it up against. I very much enjoyed I very much enjoyed the world premiere that we saw. There's Fang in the back. That I got to go to for Rosetta. That was fantastic. I thought that was a fantastic limited format. Of course, I'm a sucker for Wizard, and that had a great limited format. And I think this one's better than the rest. It was a very, I have a special place in my heart for Heavy Hitters because of, where we were when we were playing it. Oh, there's Drop of Dragon Blood. Great. Perfect. I needed one of those. It's funny. That's a rare. I'm like over here like, yes, I got a rare. Hooray. Got that in the back. There we go. Nothing there. But like, even if I take the rosy colored glasses off of Heavy Hitters, there were some just really fun moments, some really fun mechanics in that set. And for me, it sits at the top of the heap. But this has just, like, even these type of equipment that encourage you to play them in a way that you would never see fit, is such a cool design space. Oh, sweet. Hunt's End. That's number 2. I opened one of these at a pre-release, so now I have 2 of those, which is great because Fang is cool, and we're going to build him. It's such a great design to just, like, see this card that gets a little tweaked, to see the return, for example, of, like, the dual class cards, to see those make their way back in, to have this like subtle connection from, marked heroes and stealth cards, this subtle like just connecting bridge that allows you to kind of build with both if you choose. And of course, like I've said before, a huge sucker. Oh, nice. Sharpened Senses. This card might see play in Kasai. I don't know. If you're playing like the slower Kasai, this seems like a pretty decent little card, but I don't know. I'm playing an aggressive version of Kasai, but I'm not sure if that has a place with everyone being so aggressive at this point. Maybe, oh Jesus, I dropped everything. Maybe as the MST heroes sort of rotate out and hit Living Legend status, maybe aggressive Kasai can kind of make some headway again. But Kasai took AGE down last month. That was pretty cool, which I was pretty excited about. Imperial Seal of Command, followed by Whittle from Bone, and beautiful foil March of Loyalty. Look at the foiling on that card. This art is also incredible. The Volcor art is just so ornate. Oh, there's our cold foil. Cold foil, unfortunately, just a cold foil rare. Blade Beckoner Gauntlets. Not really going to see much play, but it's pretty cool looking. I liked the art on this one because it's just a really cool greatsword. Put that in a stack. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of this. I will say I was not planning on going too heavy into buying a bunch of boxes this time around from this set, but I definitely want to build the heroes after playing a lot with them and testing them in Classic Constructed. I don't know if they're going to, like immediately make headway in the format. I think there's a lot of powerful heroes that can do some really gross things if left to their own devices, and that is one of the prohibitive issues that Draconic heroes have, that they have numbers, but they don't exactly embrace disruption unless you build them to. And in that respect, I think they are going to maybe struggle a little bit out the gate as far as like any notoriety or any like top finishes, unless their numbers are just so good and so consistent, and there is some amount of disruption presented in the deck that they can just get there. That'll be the interesting thing to see, if how people build these decks. I've been putting a fair bit of Arsenal hate in Syndra. I think Fang, if he can get fealties turned on online, he can start just going way above rate on some of his overall combat chains, which is pretty cool. Oh, these cards look incredible in foil as well. Let's see if I can get some of it on the light. They look so much better in person than they do on camera. I apologize. I wish I could show off its full glory, but that thing is just, all of these cards, I have them all in a binder, of course, and they look so good next to each other in foil. All right, we're down to a couple of packs. I did not expect much from this box. I will say the prize packs came from this case, and I think a couple other people were able to pick up the other boxes. One of the other people picked up like a rainbow foil legendary, and I'm pretty sure the prize packs that went out had some good stuff in them as well. So I wasn't sitting here looking for, you know, these big hitters or anything like that. Really more just to sit back and enjoy the brand new set and how wonderful of a sealed experience it has been. This would be one that I'd be very curious to draft a bunch and to see how I feel about draft for this specific set, because I've found over the past couple of sets that sealed is fine, or in some cases good. I love that this card's like Sigil of Solace, you would never expect, right? Sealed is pretty cool, but draft is even better than sealed, and I'd be curious to see as we go into our last pack if that holds up here, because I think sealed this is probably the best sealed format that we've experienced in the past year. Maybe going further past, God, it's just like such a good border. Maybe going further past heavy hitters. This might be a better sealed environment than heavy hitters. This is a cool art. When you look at that, you're like, what's that guy about? Tell me more about that guy, am I right? Silver talons, cut from the same cloth. Oh, foil, take up the mantle. That's a pretty good card to get in the final throes of the box. That is not bad in the slightest. I will take a foil Majestic to close it out. Looking through what we got, we ended up getting a bunch of Majestics. Let's take a look. How many Majestics did we get? We got one foil, take up the mantle. Foiling doesn't really pop on that one as well. It's a dark card. 1, 2, 3. We got a foil, retrace the past. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 cold foil rare. Let me know what you think about this set in a comment below. Are you excited to get your hands on some cards? Are you going to be going singles? Or are you going to be going the sealed route and trying to open some pretty amazing things? You're just going to grab what you need. You're going to get the cold foil Kiss of Death. That's the real question. And where the heck are my pirates, man? What? Everyone's opening shelters but me. What is this? This is a ripoff. This is a travesty is what it is. I need to get myself a good old-fashioned shelter from the storm. As always, everybody, if you enjoy this type of video, make the number go to the other number. As always, thanks for watching.